YouTube. Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for being here again with me. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the time. Thank you for my loyal subscribers and followers out there. It means a lot to have you here with me. I apologize for missing a day in between the last video, but life gets pretty busy sometimes, or just simply get tired. It's hard bringing you a video every single day. That's the goal, but it's hard. But I'm back again, here for you. In case you haven't noticed in the background, I got a little plaque there. I don't know if you've noticed, but some YouTubers that actually have made it, they have a YouTube plaque somewhere in the background, made out of gold, silver, platinum, depending on the level of achievement that they have reached. Well, you know what? I got one too. This is my plaque right here. Peanut X64, the Encourager. That's right. That's my plaque. That's my reminder of where I want to be and where I will be. Because I will have my YouTube plaque as my background soon. I would love for you to be there when I unveil it. But since this is what this channel is about, encouragement, that's what I present to you. Encouragement, wisdom. You got to remember that you can get wisdom from anybody, anywhere. Not just some guy on YouTube that you don't even know. You can get it from a homeless individual. As long as they're speaking the right things to you. All depends on what they're saying. But don't look down on someone thinking you can't learn from someone. Don't look at another individual thinking you can't gain wisdom from them. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to have this as a little background, a backdrop, if you will. And little quick story on how I got it. I was actually on Instagram, and this company had popped up that advertised making these signs. And this is actually, it's a metal sign held up by magnets in the back. So, it's really decent quality. But when I saw it, I immediately ordered it, right? Wasn't too much money. So I ordered it. But then about 2 weeks later, I was like, well, I wonder where my package is. You know how you get when you order something, man. You get real anxious. But 2 weeks? Not even hearing anything? So I finally received an email stating that the package was en route or whatnot. And it had a FedEx shipping label with a tracking link. Problem was, I clicked on that link, and the link was a dud. It was like a dead link. Didn't lead me anywhere, right? So there goes my mind. I'm like, oh man, I think I just got burnt. Over here. Your mind starts running, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, well, let's see. I decided to go on to the company that I purchased this from. I went to their website. I get to the website. A few more things had me concerned. Their entire website was in Russian. That's right, you guys. Russian. So I don't know if you know the past that we have with Russia. But I thought I got burned once again when I saw the entire website in Russian writing. So, couldn't contact anyone there. Of course, the phone number was definitely a long distance phone number. So I started thinking, oh man, I got burnt again. They have my information, right? Credit card information, etc. But you got to remember one thing. If you're going to place an order with someone, anyone, any establishment that you're unfamiliar with or haven't done business with before, you always want to use your credit card versus your debit card. Because if you do get burnt, something goes wrong, never receive the product, that's easily disputable via your credit card. If you use your debit card to make a purchase like that and something goes wrong, the bank doesn't see it that way. They see it as though you gave them the money willingly. And now that problem is your problem. So that's a quick tip for you. If you're making purchases online and you're going to use a debit and or a credit card, first choice should be a credit card. Easily disputable. So anyway, I went back to the email I received with the tracking number, and at the very bottom it had their information, an email to reach them. So I emailed them, trying to make the story sweet and to the point. Emailed them. I said, "Hey, what's going on with my product that I ordered like 2 weeks ago? What's going on with that?" "Oh, it should be there today, actually." I'm thinking, yeah, right. That's the best answer you're gonna give me. It should be there today. It happened to be coming today, the day that I called you or contacted you, right? Guess what? When I got off work, it was at the doorstep. Felt like a fool. Point is, I got away with it. Everything worked out. Everything worked out. Nice little piece here. But like I said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. And best believe, I will make it. The way I'm pumping out these videos and helping out individuals, I will continue to do so. And that will get recognized by someone or something. So I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. But like I said, this will take the place of my YouTube plaque for the time being. But anyways, I wanted to run some things by you. This will be a quick video. Just wanted to say, I wanted to see if you are being prepared in the things that you do in life. You got to be prepared for everything. You know what I mean? You can't just wing it. Let's say, for example, you just moved into a new home. You know? Let's say you moved into a townhome or a rental home. Something that's not yours. Or it can be yours as well. But the point is, you may move into a particular place that you feel that you don't have to take care of the landscaping. You know, let's say, you know, there's a small patch of grass. Or let's say there's some bushes that need to be watered on the property. You may have some grass in the backyard that needs to take care of. But you don't have any equipment like that. Right? You just moved in. This is your first piece of rental property that you moved into. The first place that you can call home. Well, you want to prepare yourself for that by buying the things you need. You may need a lawnmower, right? You may need a weed eater, right? You may need a garden hose, right? You may need some gardening tools. You may need something to clean the driveway out every once in a while. What are you going to do when that situation happens? You going to borrow it from your neighbor? Knock on their door? Hey, can I borrow a garden hose to wet my grass? Nah. You see, you want to be self-sufficient in life as much as possible. You don't want to have to depend on everyone in every situation. You know? Remember, even the places that you rent, the landlord expects you to have good upkeep on their property. That property is theirs. It says a lot if they happen to come by, announced or unannounced, and they see that you're upkeeping their property. It's not something that you have to do, but it goes a long way in their book. That helps them decide if they want to continue to have you as a tenant or not. It makes you look good as a neighbor. It makes the neighborhood look good in return. If you're taking care of something that's not really yours, but it's representing you, it's yours to take care of for the time being while you're a renter. Don't think that this property isn't mine. I'm not going to care about it. I can care less about it. I'm going to let the grass grow out of control. I'm not cutting no weeds. Are you crazy? You know? Some people have that attitude. They have that mentality. If it's not theirs, they can care less about it. You don't want to be that person. Let's say you just got into the hobby of owning a classic car. This is your first one. Well, you know with a classic car, or maybe you don't know, but with the classic car, the ownership of one, there's a lot of work and maintenance on those things. Do you have tools? Or do you plan on borrowing tools from everybody you see? From your neighbors? No. They go hand in hand. If you have an old vehicle, then you're going to need your own set of tools. So be self-sufficient. Work on getting your own set of tools so that you can learn how to tinker on that old car that might be new to your world. You can easily go to I don't know about Sears, but easily get a Craftsman tool set. Comes in a nice red box, all metal. 200, 300, 400, 600 piece tool set for $400, $500, $600, whatever the case is, depending on how many tools you want to have. But you're going to need them. I still have the very first Craftsman toolbox I bought when I first got into cars in 1998. Still have the same box with the same tools in it. Plus some, because I've acquired many over the years. But you got to get the bare necessity, the basic tools. That's what's going to get you by for a while. Your basic wrenches, screwdriver sets, socket sets, all those things. A box like that will get 90% of the work done on your vehicle. Now, if you need specialty tools, that's something you may need to borrow from someone, because specialty tools get very expensive. And it may be something that you only use one time. That's something you want to ask around and maybe borrow from someone else. But see, the thing is, when you're borrowing from someone and something goes wrong with that item, you have to replace that item. So if the chance of you having to replace that item is there, how about just buy it one time for yourself? And it's always there. If you damage it or break it, well, it's yours. No one's expecting you to replace it, especially not in a timely manner. You may not have the funds to replace it when they want you to replace it. And if your first type of vehicle that you're getting involved with is a newer vehicle, then you're definitely going to need specialty tools, because your basic tools are almost useless on those things. That's why they want you to go to the mechanic at the dealerships to get anything worked on, even simple oil changes. If you try to do anything on your own, you need specialty tools related to that type of vehicle. That's a whole nother ball game. But the point is, if you plan on getting involved in something, whether it's home rental, auto hobby, you need to prepare yourself by buying the things that you're going to need to sustain yourself within that home, within that hobby, etc. Let's say you go for a new job. I haven't been to a job interview in a long time. But let's say you're going to a job interview. Are you prepared for that job interview? You got a means of keeping all your papers organized and not wrinkled or creased? You have a folder? You have a briefcase? Something of that nature? Do you have all your pens ready? Do you have your resumes ready? Do you have your business cards ready? Do you have your list of references ready? You don't want to get to an interview and they ask you to fill out an application and your next line is, oh, do you have a pen I can borrow? That's a bad look for you already. You come unprepared. You come unprepared. People pick up on those little things, especially an interviewer. You got to be well prepared in life. Not only in those instances, just the same as you would for disasters. If you got your water stocked up, if you got your food stocked up, if you got your protection on board and on deck, whatever you may need for a situation, you want to be prepared for. Take that into every aspect of your life. Once you ingrain that in your being, then it's going to come automatically. Anything you partake of, you're going to always think of, what am I going to need to sustain this or that? Because you don't want to be dependent on others if you don't have to. You may do so from time to time, but don't make a habit of it. You may be borrowing and bugging the same individual all the time, and they may continue to help you. But deep down, they may be tired of helping you. So don't get to the point where you're leaning on someone else's items. You're leaning on someone else's assistance all the time. Become self-sufficient in 2025. Learn as much as you can in this life. Remember, wisdom is power. Knowledge is power. There's all sorts of ways to get wisdom and knowledge. In books, speaking to the right individuals, and sheerly from practice, from self-experience. So I'm just here to remind you once again, each endeavor you get yourself involved in, be prepared for it. Get prepared. Get everything you're going to need. Hopefully that's some advice you can use. Thank you for being here again with me, YouTube. I'm going to try to keep it coming for you. I'm going to try. Remember, I still got to get the workout in too. That makes for a long day. I hope you're on board with me on that. Doing the same thing. Appreciate you, YouTube. Peace out.